Hello everybody, Luke Schulte, field agronomist for Beck's Hybrids. Been getting quite a few phone calls. Guys are wondering, should I get the side dresser running now or should I wait? Should I wait for rain to come in the forecast or perhaps the temperatures to subside? But for that very reason, I'd get the side dresser running now. The corn we're in here today is around V3, soon it'll be at V4. It's time to get that nitrogen on. But the number one reason, besides timeliness, to get that nitrogen on is the forecast. It is the fact that we do have soil moisture. Fields I've been in, top 2 inches, maybe 3 inches, are getting to be pretty dry, but there's adequate, in fact, plenty of moisture underneath that. And that's the very reason we want to get that side dresser running now while we have moisture. Nitrogen needs water to be mobilized into the plant. So get the side dresser running now and sink that bar into a depth in which we're applying that in moisture. We only have 1 year's worth of data, but as you can see, there was an advantage to side dressing 5 or 6 inches deep versus half of that depth. Really, that depth has everything to do with slowing the conversion of the urea component to 28 or 32%, slowing the conversion over to ammonium. In a climate like we're in, given a forecast that we have, it's even more important that we're putting that applicator down into moisture and slowing the conversion of that urea component so that way you don't have ammonia gas loss by way of volatility. Last thing I want to talk though about is sulfur. We spoke extensively about the need for sulfur in our fertility programs from a nutrient standpoint. Mark Apelt has helped us to learn sulfur helps the plant recover from stress a little quicker. But did you know that sulfur is actually a volatility reducing agent as well? North Dakota State did some research here a number of years ago looking at sulfur and its effect at reducing ammonia gas loss or volatility as opposed or in comparison to some other products on the market. And as you can see, the data speaks for itself, but overall, it's pretty comparable, very comparable to a product that probably many of you well recognize, like Agrotane. Now, the volatility isn't zero, but it's certainly reduced to that of those products that are well known, like Agrotane. So in summary, get the side dresser running now while we have moisture. Secondly, make sure we're putting that applicator in the ground to a depth where the moisture is at, preferably 5 to 6 inches deep. This may be the year to consider maybe putting a different tractor on that toolbar. If you can't pull that toolbar at that depth, perhaps put something on, if possible, that has a little more horsepower to pull that bar and make sure we get it into moisture and get it at a depth of which is protected. And lastly, don't forget the sulfur. It can greatly help from a nutrient standpoint, but it also has the potential to reduce volatility. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.